Following the manual approach of getting an address for my GMB profile, besides the postal box, which, by the way, I had a PO box that I had secured a few weeks ago, and it was going to run out of. It was before I was buying them up from our own services, really. And I had one that had I had gotten notification that I hadn't gone and actually claimed the box, like, and got the number assigned and picked up the keys and all that. And so I went to go do that just yesterday, as a matter of fact. And I had filled out the street addressing form and all that, took it to the post office, and they basically denied it. They said that they wouldn't honor the street address option at that particular location, which I thought was bullshit. It was. I've said many, many times, guys, that sometimes you have to educate the postal workers about that street address option. Well, this was the first time that I've had to educate many of them that said, "Oh, I'm not sure that we do that." And I'd say, "Yes, you do. I got this from the USPS website, this form. Every one of you do it. It's United States Postal Service. It's not an independent. This is not an independent postal service. You know what I mean? It's the National United States Postal Service. You all take this form." Well, this one today denied it. And so it was crazy, or yesterday, I guess it was, denied it. So I walked out of there mad, and I was actually able to get a refund on my PO box anyways. And I shouldn't have even spent the time to drive out there, because we have our own service now, and it would have saved me a shit ton of time. But since I had already paid for it, I thought I would do it. So just so you know, that PO box stuff, it does work. There's no doubt. I've got them all over Northern Virginia. But there are some locations that just flat out, they're going to tell you no, because they don't understand it, or they haven't been educated on it, and they won't let you do it. So just keep that in mind. But to finish Alina's question, she says, besides the postal box, would you recommend to get an address from a co-working space in my local area? The niche I'm working on is internet service related, and the co-working location in my service could match. Yeah, you can do that, Alina. If you can get mail there, a physical address, sure. You absolutely can do that. I wouldn't get some of the UPS mailbox stores and stuff like that. I wouldn't use those. Those typically get flagged really quickly. But yeah, those shared workspace or co-working spaces, as you're calling it, those will work as long as you can get mail there. It's a physical building address and all that. Yeah, absolutely. I've spoken to them about receiving verification from Google, and they allow companies to operate and work from its premise. Yep, being that Google is aware of this co-working space's address, since they have their own verified GMB profile, do you see any issues with getting another GMB profile with the same address? No, because here's the thing. In this case, you literally could go to the co-working space to meet potential clients or clients, right? You could, and that's what the whole co-working spaces are for. It's for people that's like flexible office space, right? So let's say you work from home, so your home isn't conducive to entertaining or prospecting or pitching prospects, right? You know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't want potential prospects come to my house or clients come to my house either. So these co-working spaces, that's what they're designed for. So I don't think it would be an issue. Now, I haven't actually set one up there, but I don't think it would be an issue, because that's a perfectly valid reason to have a co-working space or shared office space, right? Because you work from home, but when you need to host an event or meet with clients, then you go to your shared office space. To me, that's perfectly logical. I don't think it would be any problem. Anybody see any problems with that?
I think that's pretty cool. I haven't thought about that, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I don't see any problem, because she's going to have her own business name, and she's going to have a different phone number. The only thing that's going to be the same is the address, and hopefully they'll give you like a suite or some type of identifier that will make the address a little bit different.
Like a box number or a suite number.
Yeah, from everybody else's. And so that's perfectly okay. Think of an office building and how many different companies can share an office building, right? Mm-hmm. Google doesn't see any problem with that. So the co-working space idea is to me is in that same vein, in that you're in an office space, you're renting office space, just like if you were with all other companies, except that this would be just part-time and just to do what it is that you need to do. I see it perfectly okay.
Yeah.